Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 36 of this Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as the custom nation of Brancaster. We are, of course, playing the 24 custom caster scenario, and our objective is to be the last caster standing. In the previous episode, we beat up on several large nations, including Mirtacaster, and we granted some more land to Gencaster from that, and we took a bunch of land from Polecasters. They are looking significantly weaker, though they are still pretty big, especially as they have been stealing land from Suzdal. So our armies are still marching home, and well, that's a bunch of relations changing. Scania has no longer considers me a rival. They've gone after Brancaster instead. Brancaster, of course, beat up Anjou, so Brancaster is kind of re-emerging, which is good and it's bad because it means that power in France is once again split between two nations, which is good, but Brancaster is one of the nations I need to defeat, which is bad. Polecaster no longer considers Gencaster a rival. Okay, that was a lot of changes. Anyway, I need to move my army to go and retake that castle. I also actually need to defeat that army, so I'm going to do that. You can go to take the castle. In fact, you are Taub, so you'd be better at doing that. And Scania is no longer a valid rival, which actually means I've eclipsed a rival, and I took a bunch of land from Polecaster, so we currently have 92 power projection, which is really kind of insane. That is a lot of power projection. No, I'm not giving you the land. Go away. Almost pressed accept there, which would have been bad. Right, so we are just waiting for things to pass. We are trying to rebuild the army. We are waiting until January for the military technology. We're beating the rebels there. We retake the territory. We're getting manpower coming back. Okay, we've taken that place back. That's good. We can turn off the forts actually. Though, what's our rebel? Rebels are going to be a problem, but not for a while. This is basically just a chance to rebuild, and we're going to turn our military maintenance right down. Did we take any loans in this fight? One. That's fine. We can repay that pretty quickly, I would think. It's our army which is really expensive, mostly probably because of the mercenaries. They're not too bad, actually. 9 point... okay. Convert Tarnau to Protestant, reduce overextension, or remove Zemplin from the map. Both of these are very doable. Diplo rep, missionary strength. Which one's Tarnau? Oh, Tarnau's an easy one. Yeah, I'd actually kind of like the missionary strength because I have a lot of stuff to convert now. So I think I'm going to take that one. Tick. Sweating sickness. I'll lose the Diplo power. That's fine. And we've taken Prague back. So I think that is all of the provinces we had lost have now been returned. So we're going to rebuild our finances, and then I guess we'll go on a massive infantry building spree to replace all the mercenaries that we've been building. So I'm quite happy to kind of leave a couple of the mercenaries in, to be honest. But we're going to have a huge, huge amount of manpower in the future. And that's only going to expand now. Straubing's been cored. That's good. So, what are we going to go after next? Unfortunately, we're going to have a truce for a long time with many of these, 14 years, because we beat Polecaster up so badly. Bamberg, were you in that war? You were not. I have a feeling that we go after Bamberg and kind of try and push our way this way. Obelaustis, you were in a different war as well. 67, so we could actually go over Obelaustis and then kind of finish them off. Kill the Pope. Be kind of nice. Who are you allied with? Munster, Limburg, Zemplin, Limburg. Who's Sungau allied with? Lone, Serbia and Brancaster. See, I'd really kind of like to take Sungau out because that will give me a nice border with Brancaster and almost with Holcaster, though taking Limburg would do that. And that would give me a coastline with Lancaster, which would be a good staging ground to go after Lancaster too. I should probably at some point start building some heavy ships so we can actually counter some of their naval power. Scania is the other one I'd like to go after, but we're basically going to go to war with Scania every time we go to war with the Emperor. Thankfully the Empire doesn't get too much power anymore. +2 tax, plus 10,000 manpower, and only 9 more force limit. Oh, rebels already? Wow, that was much quicker than I expected. Alright, let's raise our troops again. We're going to need at least 2 sets of you over there and then 1 over here. That'll do. I need to continue making core fabrications. That's what I have to do. So I think I'm going to... Wait, we already have one on you. Do we have one on you? We do. Ah. We don't have any on this area, which we definitely want. So Midtjylland, we want to take. Brancaster we're going to be at peace with for a long time, so I think I'm going to start on Oblaustitz. Get some more on them. Let's see, we'll start on Egger. That's fine. And I guess we'll start on Bamberg as well. Thuringen. Sounds good. And that is all of my people now busy. Yeah, they've taken some provinces, but I'm not surprised by that. We can wait 1 more month until our morale is up, then we will engage. You can get a bit closer. In fact, that is the month, so off we go. Yeah, we have a huge amount of morale, more than they do, so that should be 2 fairly easy victories. It was. Right, let's split our armies up again, and we'll have to keep morale high this time, because we do have a bunch more rebels who are going to pop soon. In fact, where are they going to pop? That's mostly down here, and that's going to be over there. Right, so we'll move you over that way. We'll keep you kind of in the middle, I think. And we can definitely get more military, because that was actually going over, which is kind of annoying. When do I get my next idea? Next level, actually, which is good. So I'm going to wait for that, and then we'll get another idea, which will actually be military quality, I think is what we'll go for next. Vienna rebelled. That was not expected. That's annoying, because it's a castle too. Merchant assassinated. It's not very nice. Oh, is all this revolt risk because of my overextension? Yes. That's fine, that's not going to take too long. That stab loss was because of the overextension, so we're going to have to boost that straight away. Except overextension increases the price. Damn it! I'd really... I'll leave it for now. I just need to be careful that it doesn't result in a crisis. Or a disaster, what's it called? Yeah, disaster. Hard-won fight. We'll leave Taub here. We'll move you guys further out. We do have another group of rebels, which are going to be in this area. So let's move one to Breslau and then one to there. That'll do. Ow. Arch Hordes are new rivals. Arch Hordes. Damn it, Sistel! Keep losing land. Think of how big they were when we started and look at them now. Terrible. Ah, we have a disaster. I thought we might. Oh, that religious unity is not going to be easy to fix. One of the following must be true. Unrest lower than 0. That one I can fix fairly easily because I am coring everything. And the stability, yeah, that's going to be very easy to fix actually, so that's fine. There goes Breslau. Breslau's already fighting. Yikes, get in that fight. There you go, easy. And then no revolts for a while. Thankfully we had a very large military, so we could handle this fairly simply. So, we have a new admin tech, which gives us a new idea group, which is going to be quality. So our armies are going to be even stronger. We could go defensive. Defensive gives us the morale, which is a little bit redundant. Army tradition is always nice, though. And the cheaper fort maintenance is really helpful, because we're getting a lot of forts now. Reinforced speed is also good. But that's also army tradition. So we're probably going to get both of these, ultimately. I probably won't bother with quantity, because I don't think we're going to need it. The thing with quality is it also increases the strength of your navies, which we don't need right now. So if we get defensive, and then we get economic, and then we get quality, that's probably how we're going to do it. So 22 and 26, how far off is that? 8 techs. It's quite a long way. Could do economic now, but we've already got an admin. We've already got an admin tech idea rather still being filled out, which is admin. So we're going to be very short on those points. So I don't particularly want to do that. It's really a question of whether I want to improve my combat ability or morale. Now, what do you stack with? Morale of... Oh, I get another... Oh, that's navy, so never mind. Admin, recover morale speed. Nah. Diplo rep. Meh. Oh, that plus innovative. Yeah, that's the one we want. So we're going to get this, which is the plus 10 infantry combat, and then we're also going to get the policy down there, second from the bottom, modern firearm techniques, which is plus 20 infantry combat ability, which is really, really strong, trust me. So yeah, we're going to get that because we've already got innovative. So those stack very well. For some reason I thought that was with economics rather than innovative, but okay, good to know. We have won Vienna. Marvellous. Where's the next revolt going to come from? Not for a while. We are losing money, but that is, I'm almost sure, just reinforcements coming in. Meanwhile, the cores are almost done. We get some free military tech. Nice. Oh yeah, we can go and get our first one, which is more army combat ability. And the cool thing about this versus discipline is this does not carry over to rebels. I really don't understand why rebels get your discipline. I really dislike that. But combat ability, morale, they don't. Those are all unique to you. There we go, we have some claims. Their influence is rather high. I wouldn't say it's dangerous. Well, yeah, it is dangerous, but it's not like crippling. Let's get another round of fabrications going. Nautilus. That was what just went away and now it's just come back again. I wonder why. Is it... Yeah, these guys aren't particularly powerful in comparison. I mean, they do own 43% of our territory. Speaking of which, we actually have a bunch of land to give away. Yes, we do. So I think at least one of these is going to have to go to the clergy. So we're going to kind of click around and see what has the highest tax income versus manpower. Well, that's definitely a nobility. 9 manpower, that's awesome. So's that. Oh, it already is. No. That's also a nobility. Man, these guys have a lot of manpower. Yeah, you probably are too. 762, that's probably a clergy. No, it already is. That's also already is. So what needs to be going still? I really wish you could just see what they're worth. Wisna, Sendomios was already given away. One of these wasn't. That was just Wisna. How much would it give you? Influence by 0.4, territory by 0.3. Yeah, I'll give it to you. They're not actually that unhappy, so I could just give even more land to the nobles. Has all of the Burka land been done? No. Those two need to change, I think. Right? No, I've done it already. Okay. So yeah, that is basically it for the burghers. I doubt that we'll be giving more to the burghers. This is all just going to be nobility and clergy from now on. And it looks like the clergy are kind of happy with what they have. I think they need 15 total. No, they only need 10. Screw it, all of this going to the nobles then. Well, that makes that easy, doesn't it? Nobles. Yes. 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 And you know what this also means? Even more manpower. And more force limits. There we go. And here we go. Cores are now coming in. Plus we have a bunch of autonomy there. So, yeah, this is all good. And we can start converting. Now we needed to start on Tarnal, so we'll need to wait until that one is done, which will be very soon. This is also going to be decreasing our overextension dramatically, which means this should be fixing itself, and as overextension goes down, that means we can start affording the stability boost, which gets rid of that +2, so the national unrest should drop. And we're still only at 20%. Oh, we renewed a loan, that's unfortunate. And there we go, 3 more cores, so we have cored everything. Tarnal, start converting, so we get the +1 missionary strength, and then we can convert the rest. Marvellous! That is good. And I should now be able to afford... Oh, not quite. I need 121. We can get another military tech, which I think is a good idea, because we are 12 years ahead of time currently. And this gives us even more yearly army tradition. Sweet. Man, our army tradition is going to be sickening. Though it is still decreasing slightly. So it's probably defaults to about 65, plus 65. Caster tells us the changing patterns of consumption, which increases the price of sugar dramatically. Nice. And we have claimed Egger, so we need to continue fabricating. We are going to go for Regensburg. Bamberg, are we fabricating here? No, we're not. We're going to go for Braunschweig, because it's a nice big province. Sale of titles. Gold is a sign of nobility, or... Ooh, we get a free stability. Oh, it's totally that one. It'll annoy the burghers, and actually we could afford to lose nobility loyalty. I'm going to do that one, because we're going to be able to afford the stability boost very shortly anyway. That would have saved us using admin points. Oh, we can pay off our loan. Right. I think that we have probably more or less recovered from the war already. We definitely need to start thinking about our next targets. Although we do need to rebuild our infantry squads, and I wouldn't mind building another stack, possibly even 2. I mean, we're so far under our force limit right now that we could certainly do it. How much does it cost again? 572 to build a full stack, so how do we want to do this? Revolt risk is down, so we can get rid of the army maintenance, which means we're making a ton of money. I think I'm going to get rid of the mercenaries and start rebuilding. So we need 10 infantry. We'll do that in order. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll be for you. How many of you got? 11. We'll wait until we're at 111, so that's next month. So we'll build you 11 infantry divisions. Just makes it much easier to kind of click, drag, or click and drag and then click, whatever. Serbia's declared one. Transnubia, we've fabricated another claim on Scania. I don't really want any of those, to be honest. So I can start fabricating on someone else. Like, I don't know. Carinthia, you'll do. Odenburg. How's our AE? Bit of a silly question because it's going to be through the roof. And quite honestly, I don't give a damn. Right, you should all move there. You, except for the main army, go there. Oh right, yeah, you couldn't all move at once. That's fine. Okay, that means you're at full strength, you're at full strength, you are not. You need also 11. Not a problem. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cool. And once they've all been built, then we are at full regular strength. And we can start thinking about the new stacks. Finn's gone. We'll need to start claiming that again. Rashwick, Regensburg. There we go. Right. We're ready for Diplotech as well. Go ahead and do that, that's fine. And then the next level we get War Galleons. Then maybe we need to start thinking about building some heavies to start wresting control of the seas from some of our rivals. Speaking of which, who are our rivals right now? Polecaster and Metacaster are the only available ones. We have some more fabrications we can be doing. Lundshut. Bamberg. Cool. So we're going to need 28,000 men and like 500 and something gold. So we could probably start looking into some buildings. We have got those everywhere. Not too bothered about the universities. Universities are nice, but they're so expensive. And they decrease the development cost by 20%, but we haven't been doing much lately. Most of our monarch points has been going to expansion now. So we're going wide rather than tall. We've got our kind of core territories over there. Yes, everywhere has to have at least a barracks. I'd kind of like to have everywhere that's able to have a... We don't need regimental camps. What am I saying? Our force limit's already ridiculous. We should just be building up the manpower more. It's manpower which has kind of been crippling us, so I wouldn't mind building some more of these. Especially over here we have like plus 1,000. Just earning more money in general would be really rather nice. You're turned on. Turn off. Okay, we have the fabrication on Corinthia. Keep going. Do another one. Graz. Yep, sure. We're very nearly at the stage where we can get our 4th stack. We were discovered. It's unfortunate. How are we still only 3rd? Yeah, we're 1st in military, even though we have 0 military maintenance right now. And 1st in admin, which means we're probably making the money. In fact, let's have a look at the current overview. So country. Usually I do this in terms of development. Who has the highest development is... Oh, we're 2nd. Wow, we're only... Well, we are a fair bit behind Guangdong, but wow, okay. So, Vijayanagara. Yeah, okay, it's quite a big chunk of India. Fair enough. And Guangdong. Korea's bitten into Chai Horde there. Horde Kong's still alive. I don't know how they do it. Oh, you've reformed. You become a monarchy. Okay. Because they definitely start as a steppe horde. Interesting. Who are you at war with? Chi Horde, Ili, Ark Horde. Really? Ark Horde? And Karma. Ark Horde are all the way over here. What are they going to do? Ili's there. Okay. Yes. Let's have another look. Total army strength. We are 2nd again after Guangdong, and Vijayanagara is just after. Although this is going to grow, we are actually going to eclipse Guangdong fairly soon. Navy, Lancaster with 41 heavy ships. That's going to be really, really difficult to beat. Like, our entire force limit is going to have to be heavy ships when you go toward Lancaster. But we're going to have to take northern France so we can start claiming it, which will give us the CB we need. And I'm not going to make it so we have to take the colonies. I think that's asking too much, especially as we are not a colonial power. We're just going for Europe. But that does mean we need to take Lancaster. Is Brancaster still in? Yep. Oh, Brancaster. Brancaster is still in. Huncaster is still in somehow. Right, we can start building our next stack, and this is something I don't get to do very often, so I'm kind of excited. We'll do that. And that basically just automatically allocates all the troops that you will need for it. And there you go, see? And starts building them. Do the prestige hit. Prestige is easy for us to gain. I might just save up for a 5th stack. And then once you've got them all, they'll start automatically moving towards where you centered it and merging together. It's actually quite a nice feature. And the reason they're moving so slowly right now is because I have 0 morale. So they need to wait probably 2 months until they have enough morale to actually move. And there they go, they start moving. And then they automatically merge, which is lovely. We have a free slot. Yeah, fine, whatevs. Oh, you're at war with someone. Nürnberg, Münster and Oberlausitz. You're allied with Ulm, Scania and Hessen. Now, if we declare war on Bamberg, and Scania is your ally, they still count as the Emperor. You're not actually in that fight. No, I think I'm going to wait for the next stack, because I just want the sheer weight of numbers to just crush people. So the more stacks I have, the more expensive they get to maintain. But, what? Oh, I lost a claim. I was like, I've lost a province? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. We do need to start claiming you, because you have Finn, which I want, probably. Take these bits. Right, so we have our 4th stack there now. Congratulations. So I think in the next episode we'll start looking more in earnest at where to attack. This episode's really been just about building up again. We can get a new admin idea. Do we want to do that? Yes, I think we probably do. Free possible advisor. It's a bit underpowered, to be honest. Bamberg's been claimed. That's good. But the next one gives us the 10% off admin tech and the goods produce modifier, which is not as good as that, to be honest. But it should make us a fair amount more money because we probably do actually earn quite a bit from production. Yeah, we do. 32. Yeah, the diplomat Bamberg. You were claimed. I have nothing else to fabricate on you. You're all fabricated. You're all fabricated. Trans-Danubia is not yet. I'm going to fabricate on Polcaster because Polcaster is kind of the big guy sitting here. And they have indeed moved their capital away from Krakow, so I'm going to start fabricating on Krakow. It's quite a nice province to take. And there we go, we have Tarnow, we've completed the mission. And we can just start doing these guys. So I'm going to start at the back, we'll do these slow ones first. And next mission, manpower reserves need to recover. Needs to get up to 90%, which is going to be what, 160%, 160,000 men? Yeah, that's not going to happen. Fill our coffers with at least 2 grand. That could, and we'd lose inflation for that. That's actually kind of a tempting idea. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll just save up to 2 grand, it's no real problem. We'll delay our manufacture of a stack, but then we could probably get 2 stacks at once. So I'm actually going to bump up to max speed. No ideas. Quality, we're probably still miles ahead. We are. So we'll get the cavalry combat ability. Sure, why not? This is the good thing about having a good king, is you get tons of monarch points. Ship durability is next. Right, we're halfway. 1,000. And then this should, hopefully, be kind of us sorted for a long time. Things will just continue to tick over. Yeah, we get 1,800 manpower a month now. We can still rely on mercenaries if we absolutely have to, but that should become less and less required. Right, there's another claim loss, so we need to do one on Sjaland. Needs to do Lolland as well still. Lumberg has been fully annexed by Hessen. That puts us next to Hessen and gives us claims on them. And Stade is not claimed, so we need to claim Stade. And that is good because it actually gives us a bigger border with Holcaster, so actually Hessen might well be our next target. Lose prestige? Yeah, prestige is fine, we'll get it back soon enough. So this episode is going to go over very slightly, but that's just because I'm going to wait for this to tick up to 2,000. I'll finish that mission. I'll build 2 new stacks of units, and that should be enough. I think, I hope. Major revolt. Peasants are revolting. I agree they are. Let's get our army maintenance up then. Still making money. Right, you two move to Culm. Unfortunately, they are taking 2 castles here. We're going to need like 2 months to recover. Less influence for them. That's fine. You guys. Launch. Ah, come on, click. Liberty, ooh, interesting. Oh man, we'd lose so much money. So we get free prestige, we get 20% tech cost reduction. Less church power, we don't really need that. Wait. Is that saying we get 35% less, 35% admin tech reduction and 30% diplo tech reduction? Because those are techs I'm really far behind. Costs a shoot load though. That's really tempting. Cost me all the money that I've saved up, but I'm not too concerned about that. And only 10 admin. Plus 8 national unrest, which is painful. And I am converting a bunch. No, I'm not going to do it. And we can move you guys out. Not Tauby, you're my sieger. Okay, that'll do. We can turn money down again. Right down. Shouldn't need it. Don't know who's exactly paying for the cannonballs they're using against these forts, but that's totally fine. Holcaster is at war. We won Glogau, that's good. Back up to full speed. Turn Glogau off. Should probably upgrade some of our forts though. Forts don't seem to be where our strength lies right now. It's in sheer weight of numbers. Right, so it's like 4 months. No, 2 months. Suzdal has lost yet again. Prussia is growing. Damn it, Suzdal. 4 ducats, and there we go. We have filled our coffers, we've got the inflation reduction, we've got extra prestige. Marvellous. We're definitely not going to do that because it's not going to happen. We could, however, conquer Belaustis, and that sounds fairly likely. So we will take that as a mission. We are going to buy 2 entire stacks of troops. One over there, one over here. That still leaves us with 916,000 manpower. So we're going to get a bunch of training fields for where there is over 1,000. So that's 1,100, 1,600, 1,100, 1,000. There's still 1,000 there. Wait, one more. There we go. Oh, it costs 204 for those. Fine. It looks like Brancaster's been investing quite heavily in their manpower. So no wonder their armies have been so huge. It's just too bad they don't fight particularly well. So we can get a new Diplo tech. We're going to be going to war soon, so I may not want to do this. Yeah, how much is it actually going to cost? 570. I'm going to hold that. Anyway, I'm going to end this episode because it has grown over. We are building a whole ton more troops. So we are going to... Yeah, we are over our force limit, though only just. So that should be fine. And then we are in a very, very strong position indeed to go on a bit of a rampage again. We will have a lot of soldiers. And enough manpower to kind of tick over for a little while, and hopefully this is actually going to increase even if we're at war. That's the hope anyway, because our army is also improving in capability while all this is happening. So thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this. If you have any tips or advice, as always, please leave a comment. And if you have any ideas of who we should go after at this stage, do let me know that as well. I'm kind of leaning towards Hessen, possibly Oberlausitz, just because I don't like them having a little province in the middle of my territory. But it's no longer their capital, so we can actually go after it, which would be helpful. Yeah, so I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.